Okay, welcome to the class of civic education. Yes, still on the constitution. We are looking at the constitution. Okay, so these are some of the questions that come during an examination. Remember, that is our core business. Want to give you the skill on how you can answer examination questions clearly. Okay, so the first question, all these questions that I've actually raised, they are under constitution and they are examination oriented questions. I got them from different civic education past papers. Okay, so we are starting with the question number 1. Mention the mode of adopting the constitution through parliament. The mode of adopting, okay, constitution through parliament. So the answer is this one, okay. National Constitution Conference. So that is the mode which they use when adopting the constitution in parliament. Okay. Then we go to question number 2. And remember, these questions, they just alternate. Okay. ECZ have already prepared these questions. So you'll be very surprised to encounter the same question on the 2025 GCE that you are going to write civic education. So it's very important actually to be going through them like what I'm doing to you. So make sure you understand and know the answers accordingly and know how you can actually paraphrase that particular question. It's not always that you should give the exact point that I'm going to give you, but once you understand, it will be very easy for you even to paraphrase it. Okay, so we go to question number 2. Explain the rule of law concept in relation to governance. Explain the rule of law concept in relation to what? To governance. That is the question. Then answer. The rule of law means that the government or those in power rule a country in accordance with the constitution and the other laws of the country. Okay, that means those that have got power, those that are ruling, called politicians, for example, president, ministers, and all the cabinet ministers, PSS. So those people, they have actually to rule the country, okay, according to what the constitution required of them ruling, okay. No one is above the law. So even if you are a president, then you break the law will actually visit you. That is what it means with this concept, rule of law. Okay, no one is above the law. So everyone has to rule the country. Those with power, they have to rule the country according to what the constitution tells them to do what? To rule. Once they go astray, then the law will follow them and they will be convicted or prosecuted because of that. So no one is above the law. Doesn't mean that, no, since I'm a president, then I can do this. No one should break the law. In short, that is what this concept is all about. Then we go to the other one, which is question number 3. Describe forms of a constitution. And after describing the forms of constitution, you should also give as to why constitution is significant or important. The other name for significant is important, okay, to a nation, a nation like Zambia, a country. Why is it that constitution, they are important to a nation, to a country? Okay, so now we'll start first of all by describing. Okay, and these are the points that I've given. Remember, we have two forms of constitution. One of them is flexible what? Constitution. So flexible constitution is one which can easily be changed, amended, or altered. It requires little or no special political process for it to be altered, in that there are few obstacles to its amendments. Okay, so flexible. From the word itself, flexible, when we say flexible, that it simply means it is very easy to move, to go either side, okay, to go whichever way. It's very simple, flexible, okay, it's very soft. So this type of constitution, they are saying it is very easy to do what? To change it or amend it, okay, for it does not require stiff process, okay, special process or stiff process, political process for it to be altered. Okay, it doesn't require things like maybe you come up with an organization, then you sit as politicians and you process for it to be altered. It is actually very simple to change it. It can be changed at any time. That is flexible what? Constitution. So there are no obstacles. So when we say obstacles, that word obstacles simply means things that are actually preventing things from happening. Those are called what? Obstacles. So now in this particular constitution, there are no such obstacles that can prevent it from what? Altered or changed or amended. That is it, flexible constitution. Then we come to the other one. So as I said earlier on, that we only have two forms of constitution. One, flexible. Then the second one is rigid constitution. So rigid constitution or inelastic, that's the other name for rigid. Inelastic type of constitution or forms of constitution is one that contains provisions which are difficult to amend or change. Okay? It can only amend or change by a special body, such as referendum, constitutional assembly, or national what? Conference. Okay? So this is just the opposite of flexible constitution. Remember, on flexible constitution, I did mention that it is very, very simple, easy to change. But for this one, they are saying it is actually the one which contains provisions which are very, very difficult to amend. Okay? So for it to be altered, they should be actually the special bodies, okay? The special board like referendum, constituent assembly, and the national conference. Minus that, it cannot be changed. So this form of constitution is very, very difficult to alter. Even as a president alone, you cannot change anything, that form of what? Constitution, because for it to be altered or amended, there is a what? A process. Then we are done with the description of forms of constitution. Now we come to the significance of constitution to a nation. Why is it that constitution is important to a country, to a nation like Zambia? Because even here in Zambia, we've got a constitution. Okay, that we follow. Now, what is the importance of that? This is what we are going to look at. Point number one, the importance or the significance of constitution in a nation. One, it promotes and protects the rule of law. Okay? Imagine if there were no constitution. Each one of us can do whichever you feel like doing. And I don't think if that can be called a nation. It can't, because there are no rules and laws. That is guiding us. So it's important because it protects and also promote the rule of what? Law. Because if there were no constitution, even these in government, in power, those who have got power, like cabinet ministers, presidents, they'll be able to do whatever they want. Why? Because there is no constitution which is actually giving them limits. So constitution is very, very important. Because of it, they are fearing of maybe doing things or doing any harm to human being, to human nature. Okay? They are fearing to do that because of the constitution. If they do, if they go astray, if they go against the rule, the law, they will be prosecuted. So it is very important to have a constitution in the nation because it protects the rule of law. It protects the no one above the law slogan. Okay. Then, two, ensures democratic governance. So constitution is very important because there are those sentiments that has been put in there, okay, that actually ensures democratic governance. Democracy. It's because of a constitution. That's why you, as a citizen, you have rights to freedom to express yourself. Okay? Even during election, you'll be there now to do what? To take part in nation affairs. It's because of the constitution. So it ensures that democratic governance. If there is no constitution, there will be only autocracy type of leading the nation. Okay? What do I mean? Those who are in power, they will rule the country pertaining to their command. Okay? So that means you as a citizen, you have got no say in the national affairs. Now, because of the constitution, it now ensures that democracy, that democratic governance, so that those in power, they are able now to do what? To allow us as a citizen to take part in national affairs, to express ourselves, to express our opinions in whichever directions. Okay? So it's because of what? Constitution. Then the other importance of constitution, protect the individual member or any community against any interference in his or her personal freedom. Okay, so like in our case, we have freedom to education. So now because of the same constitution, no one can interfere against us. That freedom, no one can grab it. I have freedom to education. That law is enshrined in that particular what? Constitution. So no one will say, no, you should not go to school. Okay? For instance, you, if there were no constitution, I'll give you actually the practical example. If there was no constitution, maybe they would say no one should do, once you fail grade 12, no one should go back to school. Okay? Now, because of the constitution, you have got that right to education. So you can go to school at whatever age, even at 50 years, you can go to school. Because constitution is there to protect you. No one is going to deny you. No one is going to stinge you education because you have got that right. Yes. Then we go to another one. Gives equal opportunities for individuals' development. Constitution again gives equal opportunities. Okay? Imagine if there were no constitution, maybe they would say some of us who are coming from humble beginning, they will actually deny us from a national cake. Okay? They will say maybe you are not supposed to go to that particular school, or you can't work from there unless this. You have seen. Now, because of constitution, it actually gives us equal opportunity. Even if you are coming from the poor family, poor background, humble background, as long as constitution is there. Once you do better, for example, at grade 12 level, grade 12 secondary, you'll be awarded a scholarship to go either China, America, wherever you feel like. Why? Because constitution is there to give us equal opportunities. whether those in high class, middle class, lower class, but the opportunity will be shared equally. Because of what? Constitution. Yes, then we go to the other one, which is last one, but not the least, is owned and guided by citizens. So the good part of constitution, actually, that particular constitution is guided by us citizens, full citizens. We are the one who is owning it. It is owned by us, not anyone else from other country. But as long as you are a citizen of that particular country, for example, Zambia, you just know that you are part of this constitution. You have owned this one. Okay? And you are actually, it is guided by you as a citizen. No wonder why there is no one above the law. We are all equal. Why? Because the constitution is owned by us citizens. Okay, so this is what I prepared for you. Yours is now to go through this lesson and understand fully, because I can assure you these questions, you encounter them during the time when you'll be writing your exam. Thank you so very much.